Today I want to do a full review of the Positive Grid Spark 2 here. I already did an unboxing, but not a full review. So let's look at all of the features here. So one of the cool things is you can easily carry this with a separate strap. So you can remove this. It's kind of like a guitar strap that you put on there. It's very, very sturdy and a nice soft inside. So you can take this anywhere with you. And I think that's a nice cool addition that they did this with this amp. So you still have that cool, clean look. The look here is leathery, is very nice. And it has all these gold knobs everywhere. So it looks like this black and gold. I think this is the coolest setup here. And it still looks like a little bit like those older amps with this gauze up front here. So even though this is a very premium and modern modeling amp, it still looks like those older ones, which I really like. So I think that's cool. Now getting into the hardware here, you have a lot of power here in this amp, so it can go pretty loud if you'd like, depending on which setup you use. So you can go pretty loud, and I think that's cool as well here. And the fact that you can use your app to set all of these things, I think that's really great too. So let me share that right now. So right now you can see which of the models you're on, and you can use this switch here to change to the next one. So now I have a little bit of a solo guitar style. So it's really getting in there. So you get all of these tones out of there. You can also select that from right within the app. So that's pretty cool as well. You have your bank A here, which is the presets that are in there. And you can go to your bank B and have your other presets. So you can get like 8 of them right accessible through this knob on the device itself. And then you can have all of these presets that are loaded in there and select one of them and save them as one of the presets in there. So that's pretty cool as well. And there are a lot of people who are creating presets for this thing, as you can also use that too. Now I think one of the cool things here is you have like a record button right on top here, so you can record just a little bit of your playing and then play that back, and it's very, very powerful. So a lot of these things use that in a lot of effects, as with a looper, but with this one you can also record like the music you're playing through it at the same time and then play that back, or use it as a looper and then just hear a little bit back of what you did. So I think that's really cool that you have that right inside here. Then you have the tap button, so you can set the tempo of like your effects or the beat that you're playing to, so that's pretty cool as well. And one of the cool things here is you can connect this through Bluetooth or through the app and play your music right on here. So you can hear your music through the app, through the amp, and then here you're playing through there as well. And you have a separate music and guitar volume knob here, so you can set the level of your guitar as compared to the music level that you're hearing, so you can hear it a little bit louder or a little bit less if you want to hear your own playing just a little bit more. So you can go really granular here with setting all those things. And then you have a few knobs here for like the treble, the mid, the bass, so all of these standard amp knobs. So you can set all those things if you don't want to do that in the app, or you just want to make some minor changes there. Now the other cool thing here is with the app you can go into like one of your presets and then select everything you want in there. So you can set all of the knobs from the amp as if it were a real amp. So change that change the volume, the gain, and go into that amp. You can select different amps. You can set effects before or after the amp, like a mod and an EQ here, delay, reverb after that, the drive before, and then the comp or wah effects in front of there. You can access them, turn them on or off with the knob, and then use the noise gate as well, turn that on or off. So right now that's on. So you can make all these changes in there. Go in there, turn that off. Then you can get your headphones in there, so you can listen to your music and you're playing right through your headphones if you want, with access to all of these effects. And you also have aux in, so you can connect like your music player to this and then have that play over there as well if you don't want to use the Bluetooth or the internet access there. So it's a really complete package here. I really enjoyed playing this. You can get a lot of effects out of this one, so I think that's cool as well. So let's go back. You can override that or save it as a new one. Then you can look in all of these. I have some pop or blues, rock, metal, alternative effects here, even bass and acoustic effects. So you can also play bass or acoustic guitar a little bit on this, but I think it's more powerful for your electric guitar. So all in all, a very cool amp here. I really recommend it if you don't have an amp yet. This is great for your practice room, and you can even take this to your gigs and put like a mic in front of it. So with this, you don't really need that much else, except maybe for the Positive Grid Spark X. So this is the Control X, so this gives you a foot switch, which is also pretty nice. So let's install this as well along with the Spark 2. So here we have the Control X, which is cool. This is also a very nice chassis here. So you have these different buttons, and you can also add external expression pedals here through this external expression pedal jacks in, 2 of them, so you can have like your wah here as well, which is pretty cool. And then you can also turn on the power here and turn on the Bluetooth. So you can connect that. Right now it says connect to the app or to an amp, and it says it has the power on right there. So let's turn on the Bluetooth here and the Bluetooth connection here as well. And now that's going to pair. You can see the lights are flashing there. So now we can connect this to the app. Let me show that. So here you can add the Spark Control X. So I have the Control X right here. Connect directly to the Spark 2. So now that will connect. Oh, I should push the Bluetooth button here on the Spark 2, so directly connect that to the Spark 2. Okay, so now the lights are flashing here on the Spark 2 and here on this one as well, and now we're already connected, so that only took like a second to connect that, and it's very cool. You have these cool lights on it, so you can see where it's connected. I think that's nice. So right now I have it on setting A. Right now I'm seeing like my amp right here. I can play on it, and then I can select like model B. So now I'm going to bank B here. And then I have like which of the 4 I've selected right here. So I can switch between those 2 banks. As you can see in the app, I'm going to bank A. Now bank B. And then you can go to whichever preset you want. And then it changes here on the amp as well. So I can see which number I'm currently using. So this gives you that extra connectivity. Very easy to pair this like in a second. It's very sturdy as well, so having this along with your amp, that just gives you the option of having like a foot pedal, and you don't need any additional multi-effects because you already have this amp and now the foot switch. So this combo, I would really recommend getting that. That gives you a lot more power, and it's very useful for like live performances as well, so you can switch to like your different effects. So getting this is just, well, you don't need any separate effects. You get the amp, you get the effects, and I really recommend this.